Presently, we figured out that the specialist was not load up, guaranteed Dr. Zachary was not load up affirmed. Before I speak, I supplicate that God grace you know award me the energy to pass anything message that I want on to tell you all. So we can all have an all-out seeing new disclosures about the last snapshots of DC youthful, fly significant other's life have ignited various reports proposing that the specialist who carried out procedure on Miss Jacky O needed legitimate load-up certificate and had recently confronted grumblings in regards to his strategies. This has brought about a huge clamor from DC youthful allies and fans, provoking them to ask the family and specialists to completely explore the specialist being referred to. As per the most recent report, Jacky O went through a broad mom makeover and was released from the clinic. She was recuperating alone in a lodging when the police were cautioned about her lethargy. As people in general digs further into the specialist's experience, seriously disrupting data has become known. It has now been found that Dr. Zachary the doctor included missing the mark on essential load-up certificate. So what truly is the story behind the specialist's commitment and contribution in Jacky O's downfall? We have every one of the subtleties. Yet before I spill anything, ensure first that you buy into our channel and hit that notice ringer for additional updates and recordings like this. Currently, we should make a plunge. Yesterday, via virtual entertainment, our news broke about the disastrous loss of our web-based entertainment powerhouse. And previous, while they're not part of Miss Jacky Gracious, and I just so miserable. I feel so terrible for my companion DC youthful fly, a magnificent young fellow. The lovely couple that was the mother of their 3 kids, as per trustworthy news sources. For example, media takeout, it has been affirmed that the plastic specialist liable for carrying out procedure on Jacky O, the darling wild, and out star, who unfortunately died, had a disturbing history. Different grievances from patients have surfaced, including one troubling record where a patient professed to have been passed on distorted following the medical procedure, in spite of the guaranteed result of an effective system. These reports shed light on the specialist's set of experiences of unsuitable outcomes and raise further worries about the nature of care gave. And I have elite court reports where her PCP is right now presently being sued for clinical negligence, where one of his past patients charges that she nearly kicked the bucket. While the reason for Jacky O's passing has not been uncovered, a few news sources have announced that she visited Daughters of Karaoke, a Miami-based plastic specialist, for a mom makeover. In no time before her elapsing affirmation of this got through an Instagram post, which has since been erased, where Jacky O shared a photograph of herself wearing a clinical outfit close by Dr. Oka, who was wearing cleans. Regardless of the post's quick evacuation, screen captures were caught before its erasure right after Jacky O's and new data about Dr. Oka has become visible. The public's revenue in understanding what unfolded, including DC's young child mom, uncovers that the specialist has a sketchy expert history. Different clients have stopped protests against him. 4 methods they found unacceptable in a report by Page 6. It was uncovered that Dr. Oka, perceived as an expert in liposuction and Brazilian butt lifts BBL, has purportedly documented claims against previous patients who posted pessimistic web-based surveys about his work. The presence of various pessimistic surveys alone is reason to worry, yet the way that he has over and over sued his own clients raises considerably more. Huge warnings. Court records that by Page 6 demonstrate that in July 2021, Dr. Oka recorded a claim against patient Layla Penn for more than $30,000. This lawful activity followed Penn's audit on Genuine Self, where she asserted being left distorted in the wake of going through a strategy performed by the specialist. Dr. Oka countered the cases, expressing that they were bogus. At the end of the day, excused the claim in December 2021. And I got her namesake to go to my telephone. Is sovereign, gracious DC youthful fly stands up interestingly since the demise of his long-term accomplice, Miss Jacky O, inside a Simple Month, the specialist continued to document one more claim against another patient named Kyla Nierenberg. In August 2021, Nierenberg had shared a Google survey guaranteeing that satisfied patients of Dadroka basically didn't exist, as before it is accounted for that Dadroka disproved these proclamations as misleading, prompting the excusal of the claim by and by in December 2021. Considering these two episodes, online entertainment clients are requesting that Florida specialists completely examine Oka following the sad end of Jacky. Oh, and the flood of pessimistic audits left internet-based further reports uncover that while Dr. Zachary is to be sure an authorized clinical specialist in Florida, he needs certificate as an expert in the field, as per the American leading body of plastic medical procedure. In a frightening new development, the virtual entertainment character had unconsciously shared a photograph of herself close by Dr. Zach, wearing a clinic outfit, and communicating her fervor about the impending methodology, much to her dismay that the individual ready to carry out her procedure had supposedly hurt another lady's body and missed the mark on vital confirmations. Dr. Zach works from F1 Miami and habitually features his acclaimed liposuction procedures and Brazilian butt lifts on his Instagram account. Inquisitively, Dr. Zachary had fastidiously eradicated any follow that could connect him to Jacky O, as the public's endeavors to find photos of her on his online entertainment account demonstrated pointless. Apparently, he either unfollowed her or had never followed her. In any case, the sole picture interfacing the two was the one Jacky O had posted, and thusly eliminated. Purportedly, Jacky O had explicitly mentioned a mom makeover, which incorporates a Brazilian butt lift BBL method. The corrective strategy includes moving fat from different pieces of the body to improve the bends of the hindquarters, lining up with the famous magnificence principles celebrated on stages like Instagram, which stress cordial countenances and hourglass figures anyway. In spite of the developing prevalence of such techniques, they accompany huge dangers. As per the American culture of plastic specialists, an expected 1 out of 3,000 patients die, either during or soon after the medical procedure. Moreover, or the leading group of American plastic medical procedure has affirmed that Dr. Zachary needs load-up certificate as a plastic specialist. To achieve this certificate, one should finish the expected particular instructional classes and pass a progression of assessments managed by the load-up. Dr. Zachary anyway doesn't seem to have satisfied these rules. A representative from the plastic medical procedure load-up affirmed that carrying out plastic procedure methodology with a clinical permit is legitimately reasonable anyway. Specialists firmly suggest looking for specialists who have gone through the certificate cycle. Dr. David Schaefer, a load-up affirm specialist, has seen various instances of patients with bungled results subsequent to looking for therapy abroad or picking more affordable doctors. D underscored the risks related with liposuction, especially the Brazilian butt lift BBL, when performed by unpracticed professionals. Dr. Schaefer made sense of that during a BBL fat is taken from one region and once again infused into the bum on the off chance that the fat is erroneously infused into a vein. It might possibly venture out to basic organs like the heart or cerebrum, mirroring a blood coagulation and prompting prompt horrendous results, albeit the particular subtleties of Jacky O's mom makeover stay muddled. Dr. Shaver featured that fat exchange is many times associated with such methodology. He unequivocally exhorted people considering a BBL to talk with a load-up affirm specialist to limit the gamble of likely entanglements, instead of depending on anybody who professes to be a specialist and offers the system in regards to non-guaranteed doctors performing bulls. Dr. Schaefer regretted the absence of guideline expressing that any specialist can name themselves as a restorative specialist. He underlined that genuine plastic specialists are load-up guaranteed by the American leading body of plastic medical procedure, and they are expected to have medical clinic honors. and licensed working offices on the off chance that they carry out procedures in their workplaces. This prerequisite is urgent for patient security, as it guarantees that the specialist has the fundamental capabilities to carry out a similar methodology in a clinic. Setting Daggerstafer recognized that the oversight and guideline of methodology acted in confidential workplaces and non-certified spaces are not as rigid, thusly numerous non-plastic specialists can work at the limits of their mastery. Without confronting huge outcomes, considering this he encouraged people, keen on Beagle strategies, to practice alert and select profoundly qualified specialists as their suppliers. The load-up accentuated the significance of directing exhaustive exploration and an expected level of effort. While picking a plastic specialist, as expressed by a representative in a meeting with a U.S. child, while researching Jackio's PCP, numerous people examined covered pessimistic audits and communicated preventative admonitions, encouraging others to try not to look for therapy from him. Reactions were raised in regards to his endeavor to disguise his association with Jackio, which excited doubts Jackio had been partaking in her life, close by her accomplice DC youthful fly John Whitfield, and their 3 youngsters. Their relationship started in 2015, matching with DC youthful fly's entrance into the cast of Wild. And she's more silly than me. What are you chuckling at, brother? Like they have since invited 3 youngsters, girls Nova and Nayla, and Child Ruler. The insight about her passing was affirmed by Bet Media Gathering, starting a web-based entertainment storm, grieving the deficiency of the Wild and Pariah. Part the representative composed we are.